Howdy guys, this is CoreCat13, welcome you back for another episode of Paper Mario. Alright, last time we left off, we finally got to Dry Outpost after a bunch of shenanigans. And in this episode, we are going to... Well, first of all, we gotta take a quiz, because we gotta test our knowledge. Don't worry, it's worth it. Kinda happy that we ran into this guy. I'm kinda surprised it took this long for him to show up. That is Chuck Quizmo. He is one of the ways you are going to be picking up star pieces. He is a side quest in and of himself, and if you feel insane enough to answer all 64 of his questions, he will award you with a star piece every single time. But anywho. So what we're going to be doing today is finding Mustafa and figuring out how to get to Dry Ruins, because that is where we're going to be spending the meat of the episode. But first, we must talk to this lady right here. That is Merlee. Merlee is an extremely helpful character, because what she does is she puts a special curse on you that will... I love this animation. This is awesome. That's just amazing. I really wish that would have came back for 1,000-year door, but anyhow. So, as I was going to explain, basically she puts a random status element on you that is always beneficial. Like, for the most part, she will give you either an attack buff, or she will give you some defense up. Like, okay, rephrase, you can tell that I'm kind of tired when I'm recording this. Basically, she'll give you an attack buff or a defense buff during a fight. At the end of a fight, sometimes she will increase your max EXP, which is probably the best effect, and we'll actually see that in this video. But other times she will increase the amount of coins you receive at the end of a fight, like whenever you leave. So, any way you look at it, it's always beneficial, and definitely get the special curse if you can. Because the special curse will last a really, really long time, so... Anyway, that guy right there is the reason why you wanted the lemon, because he will not provide you with the information to see Mustafa unless you give him a lemon. So, anyway, he wants us to get a dry shroom and a dusty hammer, so... Yeah, you might want to do that. I think in between episodes, I actually cleared out my inventory a bit. So that's why I was able to get the dry shroom and the dusty hammer. But anyway. So, yeah, I would love to see Mustafa. I want to see who this weirdo is, because everyone keeps talking about him. I'm so invested in the story. That's why I keep going off script and talking about random things. And I'm probably going to be talking about random things even more, because, honestly, what is there to say? Actually, there's a lot to say about the upcoming dungeon. Because it's very interesting. Derpy! Yeah, well, I did say it was a side quest, so anyway. You look familiar. Could you be the legendary Mustafa? Hello, nice guy. We meet again. I'm glad to meet you. Don't flash me. This is a kid's game. I'm Mustafa. I'm the one you've been seeking all this time. You are? When I'm out and about in Dry Outpost, are you chic? Wait, you're not Sheik. You're not Zelda. Or wait, could this be a hint to Dry Outpost? Or Dry Ruins, I mean? I think it is. Because, yeah, I'm gonna warn you right now. I'm probably going to be making like 1,000 Zelda references throughout the entirety of that mission, or that particular part of the game, because... Oh my god, it is so Zelda. It is so Zelda, it's not even funny. But anyway, I'm just gonna cut there. Well, that was fun. There really wasn't a whole lot to see. Basically, what you need to do is, whenever you are in the area, whenever you're in the crossroads there, basically go all the way to the top and head a few screens to the left. That's all you really need to do. It's not that hard to find. And honestly, I already showed the entire desert, and I don't feel like showing it again, which is why I cut that out. So, anyway, just just be very happy. And yes, please just constrain yourself, Mustafa. I don't want to see all your fun bits again, because that was very awkward. By the way, am I the only one that really has a problem with that? It's just like, seriously, why do so many Mario characters not wear clothes? I mean, I know he's a mouse, but still. Like, on a bat, you can still see it, so... I don't know, and speaking of bats, we'll actually run into a few of them going into the ruins, which makes sense, but anyway. First order of business is reordering your badges here. You need the D down pound badge activated, because if you do not, this area is a pain in the ass. Because a lot of enemies here have pretty high defense, so anyway, save point, and let's move in. Now, you know how I mentioned last episode that there are different variations of Pokey? Well, here's one now. Meet the Mummy Pokey, or the Pokey Mummy, which Goombario will tell us everything about. Tell us about this thing, man. I'm very curious. This is a Pokey Mummy. Pokey Mummies are Pokeys that are dead. They have 4 HP to attack. Basically, they're the exact same thing as Pokey. They have the same attack power. They have the same method of attack. They have the same annoyances. I really don't know why I did that. But they have one additional annoyance that is of particular interest. They have the ability to poison you. And you do not want to be poisoned in this region. Hello. You can see one of Merlee's effects in action. Let's see what this does. Boom! Ooh! Man, 5 damage. That's just adding insult to injury, man. I mean, you don't fuck with Mario. You do not fuck with Mario. It's just not a good idea. You just end up dying. So, anyway. What we got there is something that is going to be very, very beneficial to us. It is the Spike Shield badge. Anyone that is familiar with Thousand Year Door knows exactly what it does. Basically, it protects you against spiked enemies. So, it will... Yeah, basically you can attack it with a jump. Your party members cannot, though, so keep that in mind. But anyway, since we have Spike Shield, we might as well use it. And honestly, I have been sucking with Power Bounce for a good long while. I think it's because of the delay on the HD TV. So I had to redeem myself a little bit there. And plus, it was just a good demonstration of what it can do. Because, yeah, Spike Shield is a really, really cool badge. I would say it's actually one of the most useful badges in the game. Especially just in regions just infested with spiked enemies. And, you know, it's not the only status effect badge that you're going to be seeing. There's also one that will protect you against fire. There's the Zap Tap badge, which I believe protects you against electricity and also electrifies you. So that, like, if an enemy like a Fuzzy or whatever tries to jump on you, they can't hit you because you will be electrified and it will shock them as well. So, yeah. I can't wait till we get the Zap Tap badge because it makes dealing with a lot of enemies way easier. I also can't wait till we get the Flower Saver badge because, oh my god, Flower Saver does exactly as it sounds. It reduces your flower consumption by 1. And whenever you're resource managing or whatever, that's really helpful. Also, we just flushed a toilet. You're going to be noticing that a lot in this dungeon. This very, very Zelda-esque dungeon. Okay, I can't be the only one that thinks this looks like a Zelda dungeon. It really does. Like, a really, really easy one, but still, it's a Zelda dungeon. Like, you know, you have to deal with a bunch of enemy gauntlets, you have to solve puzzles and all that. I guess that's just a dungeon in general. But, anywho. We have us a new enemy, and the exact reason why you want to have the down pound. It is the Buzzy Beetle. This is the first, well, not the first enemy, but one of the more annoying enemies. And they are, yeah, they're easily disposed of by using the down pound badge. Because what it does is it does exactly as it sounds. It pierces defense. Also, I don't know what the hell happened there. Oh, my Z button is screwed up. I don't know. My controller's been acting a little weird lately. Like, I don't know if it's just because I hold the button too long and it gets confused, or I don't know, because it randomly does that. Like, it'll just randomly just forget whatever I'm doing and just like, is this what you're doing? I don't know. I don't know. I'm so weird. Okay, so since we kind of have some downtime or whatever, because honestly the puzzle solving here kind of solves itself, I want to talk about just some stupidity that happened while I was uploading episode 11. For whatever reason, YouTube glitched, and it got really, really confused. Gotta flush the toilet. Yeah, honestly, that's kind of how I felt after this. This perfect metaphor. But hey, flushing the toilet awards you with gold. So, I actually have been trying to upload episode 11 3 times. I tried uploading it 3 times and was successful, I think, the 3rd time. The first time, for whatever reason, my external hard drive... God. Game, can you stop distracting me with really cool things? There's another status effect that Merly can do that I mentioned earlier, and that one's really good. That was awesome. But yeah, so my external hard drive frees itself from its cord, and it makes the upload cancel itself. I try again a second time whenever I got home, and YouTube glitched and would not allow me to make the video public. So, 3rd time around, I was successful, but I just had no desire to even put in tags because I was just so sick of it. So yeah, if it's a little hard to find the last episode of Paper Mario, just go to my Twitter page. Like, for those of you that come here from my Twitter page, first of all, welcome. And secondly, this usually doesn't happen. Like, I promise. It doesn't usually happen. But man, it's just... I have not had that difficult a time uploading a video since my first channel. Because back in the day, YouTube would do really dumb things. And, you know, it still does, but... Oh my god. I can't express how angry it made me, because it's like, all I wanted to do was upload a video. And apparently YouTube just could not figure out how to do it. But that's neither here nor there. Bye-bye. Sadly, Merly didn't give me any extra EXP. I'm sad. Now, if I remember correctly, actually in the following episode, we actually get a really, really good Merly moment. And it just... I'm gonna warn you right now, I'm gonna be squealing, just like, oh my god, this is really cool. Because I actually did. I was so excited because I didn't expect it to happen. And then it did. It was just, it was one of those really awesome moments. Just like, that could not have been timed better. But anyway, I'm not going to spoil when it happens, but I think it's kind of obvious considering I cut out a lot of the battles. But anywho, I'm getting really sidetracked here. But like I said, there's not really a whole lot to talk about because the puzzle solving literally is just, it's very simple to figure out. So I guess I can take a brief moment and talk about like some games I've been playing lately. I finally got Moon on my Nintendo Switch, which if you guys don't know what that is, Moon is a PlayStation 1 game that never saw a North American release until recently. And it basically was the original anti-RPG. Like basically, You thought Undertale was bad about that? Good lord. Moon puts Undertale to shame in terms of just how self-aware it is. Like, it's not bad. Like, it's still definitely a video game, but it tears apart and pokes it pokes holes in the logic of a lot of RPGs, like questioning the weird actions of protagonists and just how much damage he's actually doing. And, you know, it brings up the question of love and all that. It's just, it's really cool. And speaking of cool, we got the Super Hammer. Hell yeah, finally. We can finally do more damage. Oh my god. Can't tell you how excited that makes me. Just doing 2 additional points of damage. Just, oh, it's so nice. But, yeah. So I got a little ways into Moon, and then I got a game over because I didn't know what I was doing. I now have a walkthrough just ready for me. Just because I feel like I really should have figured out what I was doing in Moon, but apparently there's like a system in place where once Nightfall hits, it's game over unless you continuously refill your love meter, which is represented by kind of a clock. And I just couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong, so yeah, I kind of rage quit. I'll be back in that game at some point, but it did inspire me to play another game that I recently got called Iconfell, and oh my god, it is so good. Excuse me. It's really good. It has a good sense of humor, and honestly, it's the first time I've had fun playing kind of a tactical style RPG. I'll definitely consider it for a Let's Play for this channel, and I might even do it kind of blind. Because I have actually gotten to the first boss, and yeah, it's really, really fun. Definitely recommend it if you have a Nintendo Switch. But anyway, speaking of bosses, this is the Stone Chomp. The Stone Chomp. Which is the other reason why you want to have D down pound. These guys, while they don't have quite as high defense as the Buzzy Beetles, they still have significant defense. Like, they have 1 defense. And they are gnarly with an attack, so... Anyway, oh my goodness. Yes. Yes, let's end this episode off right. Boosh! Ooh, man, I am so sorry. Thanks for the EXP, though. That was appreciated. Goodbye. Man, that guy gave me a lot of coins. Just, I gotta collect all those coins, man. Gotta get more toilet paper. And speaking of getting more toilet paper, I'm probably gonna have to run to the bathroom, so I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Bye!